Yeah, have a great experience.
Cheers.
Oh, Human Node is playing guitar at the fire pit on the patio, everyone. If you want to go check that out. Mr. Test, welcome back, sir.
Back again.
That glorious music that I always like to mute.
Yeah, I always forget. Initially.
Me too. I always get in and now I hear it in my sleep.
I was just going to say, it's already ingrained like 24/7, so it's just like overlaying on top of what you're already hearing. So, yeah.
That's right. I love seeing all the activity happening on socials for the event. That's incredible. I think we're exceeding all metrics from previous events.
Yeah, the hashtag ETHDenver is, it's on fire on Twitter.
Yeah, what's surprising to me is that things that should be trending on Twitter are not. I think we'd be able to see a bit more of those things. But we know Jack's in control of that stuff. This makes me so happy. I want to see nobody in the welcome room, unless you're in one of the booths, unless you're talking to Opolis, or going to FT Pool, or you're going to check out Solana, Colorado Jam. You got to go score high in that Pro app. Guys, get out of the welcome room. Go explore. Go meet some people. Go put on some accessories, especially the sponsor swag. Go put some of that on, because there are 139 people that are trying to get in here right now, and only 40 of them are exploring at the moment. But you got to go find those people. To find them, you gotta go explore. Oh, there's 5 new users that just dropped in.
What's going on, everyone?
Welcome back. Hey, Mike, how did the flash mob go?
Well, for us, I hope people enjoyed.
That was awesome. Awesome. Yes, I think Human Node's out on the patio right now playing guitar for people at the fire pit. If anyone wants to go check that out, I thought that was cool.
Yeah, we're gonna post the video of the flash mob on Twitter soon. So if anyone wants to see what happened, it's gonna be on the Superfluid HQ Twitter account.
I will be checking that out. Thanks for the update. Appreciate it, Mike. Dragon Steak, Freddie, what's up with you guys? How are you guys doing?
Hi, I come from the concert. Nice place. I recommend
Awesome.
to go there. Hey, I got my 27 pot. What do I need to do?
Yes, congratulations. So you actually don't have to do anything. So all of that is going to be tracked on the back end. GamerDrive's going to hand over a report at the end of the day to ETHDenver, and then ETHDenver is going to be emailing out those prizes for collecting up the bounties or collecting up the scavenger hunt items. But it's going to be a total of accumulation of all the points you earned for interacting with the booths, clicking on those links that are in there, those little coins that are on the desk. You can go visit other websites. Watching videos, looking at slideshows, being in the booth for a certain amount of time. I'm not going to say exactly how long you need to be in there. It's not that long, but to maximize points, I think the minimum is, I can't say. That'll be, and then people will be gaming the system. They're like, oh, I only need to be in here for 30 seconds or 40 seconds. It's not that long.
I've been pushing far enough, I think.
Awesome.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us.
And for those that might be new that did not know, top right-hand corner, you can teleport to the number of different event rooms if you want to check that out as well. So don't forget to do that. Top right-hand corner, now to the left of the public chat if you have public chat up.
Instant travel. Man, who thought we'd be able to do that at a conference? Only on the game engines.
Now, if your avatar is wearing an Apple Watch, though, you don't get the steps for the day. So just keep that in mind. If you teleport, you don't get your steps. So.
Explore, explore. You're here to explore. You can also click the UniGrant program sign that's on the glass window. That's another one for POAP. There's a lot of links in here that you can click. Go visit Opolis, go click on their links on their desk. Go to FT Pool, go click on their links. They've got some useful information. I think they've got a quiz for folks to fill out. They earn some prizes there. Go visit the Solana booth. There was a flash mob earlier today in the Rainbow Shield Zone.
until we have, some kind of connectors. So like you would deploy, you do everything on mainnet, and then the way that it gets around like the additional gas fees is like once you start a flow to somebody, there is a start time and then there's a flow rate. And so each block we have like a timestamp, and based on that timestamp we can calculate, okay, now here's what this person's balance is because they started at this, this time, it's this rate, and now we're, we've gone, so many times, so many seconds past then, so then here's their new balance, and that's how you calculate it without having to like submit a transaction, to do any kind of like withdrawals or anything like that. So you just start the flow, and then anytime you're trying to update it or delete a flow or anything like that, it's going to know what your new balance is at that time based on the timestamp of the block.
All right. And all of this is happening on the chain. So basically, so it's like when I try to withdraw all these tokens, I will be able to like get it from the smart contract to my own wallet. Is that how the concept of streaming is are about?
So yes, you can definitely think of it that way, but you can also think of it like, I don't need to withdraw because like, I don't really need to submit a transaction to prove that I now have, these 100 DAI tokens that someone streamed to me, because you have it. Like, you don't need to submit a transaction to prove that. Like, it's already valid.
So at the same time, I have got a stream coming in, and I can create another stream of like flow out as well. So as long as like I've got a surplus, which means like I've got an in stream of like more than what I'm flowing out, that's fine. That's all well and good, right?
Yep, and you can even have an outgoing stream that's higher than your incoming. You'll just eventually, it will run out, or you'll have to, add top off your account basically.
That's really nice. Yeah, because I think I lost a bit in the video because there were like two separate accounts, and I was like confused, like what's going on here. So maybe I'll have to like deploy the same thing all by myself on Goerli network so that I can get a hang of it. That's really nice.
Yeah. Do you have any other feedback for the presentation?
No, I think everything was very, very smooth, and I think I completely understood the concept. I just was having this issue like how is this gas thing is handled, because if everything is happening on the chain, then like these days the gas fees are like incredibly higher, right? And even minting an NFT is like kind of expensive. And
I know.
On that you're creating money, which is like streaming money from one account to another, is like, oh boy, there's a nightmare.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, let us know if you need help finding other teammates. If you're planning to use Superfluid, we'd love that. We can help.
So yeah, that's an interesting thing. Okay, so while we're here, if you're not that busy, I just wanted to discuss a use case on this. So think of it like we have a DApp, and for using our DApp or some asset that I'm selling, or maybe subscription, something like that, right? And so we create our own tokens, let's say, and users will have to like keep on paying that every monthly basis, right? So how does that can it get integrated into Superfluid? So just to give you a context, so it's like we have a VPN subscription kind of option, so where you can create a dedicated VPN and anonymous network like VPNs, and then you can like access all our services as long as you have our tokens, right? And so rather than doing with Stripe, you have like every time you book a subscription for a month, you have to pay and then keep upgrading your wallet. So this is like a Web2 kind of a gate where you do it. So how would I kind of integrate Superfluid into my own platform? where people just join in, they create the, let's say I onboard them with creating a wallet or attach their MetaMask wallets. How does that happen in the next stage for accepting payments or creating a flow of payments?
Well, I mean, in that case, I think you might not even need a super app. You could actually just check, every day or every month, however often you like, to say, is this customer streaming at this minimum.
Win some bounties, make some money. Come on. Gotta get the developers making money.
Selfies.
Yeah, and launch it on mainnet and sell your selfies. You'll make even more money. That's right.
So, can you tell us a little bit about how Near is supporting projects like MintPace and some projects that started on Ethereum are starting to migrate, create new routes, alternatives?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we have a grants program that just launched on Friday, and we're giving away $1 million over the next 6 months. So basically, we don't just pay for apps to come over, because that never really leads to good outcomes. Just giving people money to launch their app isn't really great. We're not a VC fund, so. But we do give people grant money, and grant sort of in the sense of like an academic grant or like a government grant to do things that are in the public good. So if you're building stuff on Near protocol and you're connecting Near with Ethereum, perhaps using our Rainbow Bridge, and you're building tools and resources for other developers to do so, you can win all sorts of kinds of grants for building open source software or educational material even. And we also have grants to build communities. And so that's kind of about the grants program. It's Near. You can go to, I don't want to screw this up. Just one sec. I'm just going to verify the URL. Yeah, you can go to near.ai/grants and find out all about the grants program. So check it out. It's there's a lot of money out there, and we're friendly. I'm on the grants committee, and we're helping everybody get funded and build an amazing ecosystem on what I think is an amazing technology, Near. But we also have a Rainbow Bridge, which we'll probably realistically have a lot of NFTs going back and forth in Q2 of this year. So there's not a lot of risk to building a Near protocol. People don't have to have Near to actually enjoy your NFTs or to buy them from the Ethereum side. So yeah, lots going on.
Thank you. I'm just kind of in my brain trying to connect things. We were talking about Kusama and Polkadot. Bruno was talking about Polkadot being this layer 0 and basically saying why are we here? We're Polkadot. But well, yeah, there is certainly a use case that Polkadot can offer for the Ethereum ecosystem, that sort of glue connector between different blockchains. I think I would like to see or maybe understand of any possibility of interaction between, let's say, Near and and Kusama, let's say. Is that far-fetched? I mean, I don't know. Bruno?
No, not at all. I mean, the bridges are going to happen no matter who wants or doesn't want them. You can build it. We expect all the layer ones to be bridged eventually. So the way you connect to other chains that are not based on the framework that all the Polkadot chains are based on is you build this so-called parachain bridge, and so it's not just about bridging to chains that are being newly developed, but also existing chains through these parachain bridges. And we have two pending right now, going through audits for Ethereum and Bitcoin, and we are going to bridge to other layer one protocols. It's in our best interest, in everybody's best interest, to just combine all of those volumes and market caps and functionalities. So if Neo offers the amazing user experience of not having to have gas to interact with smart contracts, that can only benefit the entire ecosystem. So if we can bridge to that, that's beneficial for everybody. So that's definitely in the cards. It's just a question of manpower and time, but it's definitely going to happen.
Are the parachains sort of separate? How does the parachain work? Is it like some virtual machine separate?
Yeah, it's like a parachain is a separate blockchain that just creates its own blocks, doesn't rely on the blocks of the relay chain that it's connected to, and it creates new blocks by asking the relay chain for permission to continue. And every parachain has this state transition function that takes it from one block to the other block and applies these changes in between the blocks. So we know what change will happen and so on. And so these state transition functions can be whatever the developers want. So a parachain doesn't actually have to be a blockchain. There's this common interface that parachains have to respect, which let's call it make new block function. And so as long as the connecting parachain has this make new block function, and the relay chain can run that function, and it will be able to run it if it's just called that, then anything can become a parachain in that ecosystem. So I can make a computer game in which one save game file is one state, and the next save game file is the other state, and my state transition function just checks if the transition from one save game to the other save game is valid. And if I export that from my game as make new block function, my game can connect to Polkadot because Polkadot can run the make new block function. And so this is basically, you get these really, really custom blockchains that can do whatever they want. They can be as custom as they want to be, but as long as they expose that one function that the main chain can call to check on things, they can connect to everybody else, and that's pretty much it. And so if you have a chain like Near or Polka or Ethereum or Bitcoin who don't have that function, they then rely on these so-called parachain bridges, which translate it into that format so that the relay chain can call it. It's a bit abstract to explain like this, but it's essentially a virtual machine that can be as custom as you want it, but has to have this one common little piece that the relay chain can run to check that the parachain is behaving.
I see. Thank you for answering that. I see Matt got a new prop.
My computer just crashed out, so I had to rejoin. We were in the middle of talking, and then it just my screen just went black. Jessica just disappeared. Oh no! What's up, NFT people?
Actually, my screen is black as well. The browser complained about being out of memory, and now I have no image. Everything else works though.
Oh no! Is there like a memory leak in this thing? I don't know.
I think it's more like my computer.
I think, okay, so I got this new thing. Restarting your browser is the new restarting your computer. Because everything's done in the browser these days.
Yep, and it takes as long too.
I don't know if anybody knew this, but I just found out this morning actually that like when you're hanging out in the general area, you can hear everybody in the general area and you can unmute in the bottom left. But these blue halo things, when you jump in and out of them, they cut your audio to only the area inside the little blue halo on the floor. So that's just something I learned this morning. It's pretty useful though to know that.
Yeah, it's interesting that it feels frustrating. But like if you're in a real world conference, like you wouldn't be able to shout at anyone across the room.
Yeah,
I'm noticing myself getting frustrated. I'm like, why can't they hear me over there? Like, yeah.
Hey Shokai, what project are you from? And if you're not from a project, what are you hacking on?
So I joined a project yesterday. We're working on an app that would help playwrights submit their scripts, and directors choose scripts, and actors learn scripts. It's kind of based on an old Shakespearean way of learning and memorizing scripts, where you get one cue at a time. I'm a UX designer on it, so I'm also very new to blockchain, so I have a hard time explaining the blockchain integrations. I think it's around like account, like not having an account creation, around more equitable casting, and also or like the learning experience.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I just and we haven't really figured out what bounties they apply to yet, but because the guy who brought the project, Drew, he was just like, I want to use this hackathon to work on my projects and see if I'll meet some
bounties. Ask your questions. Don't be afraid to click things to break it. We want you to push this environment to the limits. Do all the things that you can while you're here. Welcome back, Mr. Test. He's got the best test.
Yeah, I jumped over to Makerspace. Some good conversations going on over there.
Awesome. Yeah, those NFTs, all the art. Did you check out any of the art on OpenSea?
I need to pull it up.
Man, I'm thinking about going to make some bids.
Yeah, I need to get on I need to pull up another browser tab on the other monitor. Check it out.
It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. It's about 11:14 Mountain Time. How many folks are in Denver right now that've been to the castle last year? I'd like to know, what that experience was like then, and what does that mean now that we have extra time to earn additional bounties? Does anyone want to share their story? And don't worry, the castle is not going to be closed indefinitely. There will be a return to the castle, my friends. There will be a return.
Too busy collecting co-op.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Which way to the makerspace?
Purple line. Follow the purple line.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Mervin. More folks on the way to Makerspace. That's great. Follow the purple line if you want to get there.
Black one. Okay. Yeah, wait, hold on. I'm trying to follow the purple line, but I think it's crossing.
Yeah, it's gonna head through the DJ chill room. Head through that door and then keep following the purple line.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Makerspace is to me, guys.
Yeah,
Woo-hoo!
you can also use the teleport button as well in the upper right. That'll take you directly to any of the other rooms that you'd like to speed travel to.
Gotcha. All right, thank you guys.
You're welcome. I love it. Yeah, last night Makerspace was bumping. I loved seeing everybody dancing in Makerspace last night. That was a pleasant surprise.
We can do a little news session of it. Do you hear me?
Yes, a new session.
A new session.
Oh, yes.
I was actually going to ask if we're extending a whole hour. Like how much longer do we have?
Yeah, we're going to be here until 2 o'clock Central, 1 p.m. Mountain.
Okay. 45 more minutes?
Oh, longer than that. It's only 12, so we got like about another hour and 45 minutes.
Perfect. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
How did the music sound? Because I was playing it from my computer.
Oh, it actually worked really well. It sounded great to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing
leveling up that production, Jessica. Well done.
Yeah, I'm trying here with all my
Welcome back, Anna.
Sorry, do you know why I cannot move?
You can't move?
Like,
Try left-clicking in the room. You can also press the Z key, and you can change it to WASD movement if you prefer to move that way. And then that gives you the jump feature if you hit spacebar.
yeah, this doesn't move at all.
Oh, I'm seeing you jump.
Really? I don't see myself jumping or moving. Like I'm just stuck.
Oh, I see you. I see your avatar moving around. Maybe, are you on a Wi-Fi connection?
Yes, but it's okay. My Wi-Fi is fine.
Okay. Yeah, if you have other apps that are running, it might slow down your experience here in the virtual castle. So try to close out any other apps that you might have running in the background, and then see if that improves you being able to see your avatar move in the event space. Because I can see you walking around.
Okay. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Oh yeah, got the hats.
Okay. I'm going to Shazam.
JMay377, welcome back. Fran with Superfluid, what's up, guys? Unique Z, Ken, good to see you guys. Freddie, welcome back.
How's it going over here?
Oh, it's going really well. It's nice and peaceful in the welcome room.
Mm-hmm. Nice speech over there, huh?
Yeah, lots of good vibes.
Yeah. We met a Spanish friend in Polkadot. We didn't know him to work for Parisi, so nice. Good.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great news. Connecting the whole world through one event at a time.
What's the point of having the castle just 2 hours a day? Why is not more time?
Yeah, so the virtual castle is only open a few hours every day because there is a cost for having the platform open, and so they want to make sure that that they're within budget of the total, because it is based on telecom charges for voice, video, screen share, and also the game tracking of all the individual avatars within the event space. So the virtual castle, there will be an extension to the time. So actually, this environment will stay open until 2 p.m. or 1 p.m. rather, 1 p.m. Mountain Time. So it's going to be open for another hour and a half. So they will randomly extend the hours every day, just depending on, right? They'll make those announcements daily, either through Discord or through email. But yeah, you can expect the castle to be open additional hours, and there'll be other random announcements when the castle will be open for evening fun and other events. And really, it's up to ETHDenver. Yeah, if they tell us to open it up, we'll open it up.
Cool, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Maddie is giving away some Near to Makerspace now. Use the teleport button, follow the purple road if you want to get to Makerspace, because it looks like some Near is being given away. Awesome. I love the reactions.
It as the council, and you will get more Near tokens. So basically, I can help you create your Near name. So if you go to wallet.near.org, I can help you fund that account, and then you can head over to Sputnik, make a proposal to the Sputnik DAO, and you can get even more Near. Also, if you're into NFTs, check out paras.id. That's an actual website. So I'm going to type in the HTTP stuff to make sure it's clickable. Check out paras.id. After you get your Near account as well. It's a really cool marketplace. People are making thousands, basically selling NFTs on Near. Hey, Joshua. Hey, I know you. That's awesome. I'm gonna help you create your Near account. So,
Maddie, for those creating Near accounts and getting some Near, I invite you to go around, check at the booths here at the Makerspace, learn about the awesome things we're doing here, right?
of course, yeah. And Jessica, I love that you're the only person who calls me Maddie, but that's great.
Matt, it's just Maddie's cute. You're sweet.
I'm not somebody invited to a private chat, but I'm just gonna hang out in the public space. If you want to send the funding ID for your Near account, don't worry about pasting it in the public chat. It's just it has nothing sensitive in that funding account address. Just paste it here. I'll fund you.
Hey Matt, so after you sent me the Near, so I'm using a ledger, by the way. It's saying like account is fund. And then it's asking me to delete the account. Is that normal?
Yeah, it's going to delete. So the funding address that popped up that you sent to me, that it's going to delete that and actually give you the named account address. Exactly.
Okay, so
that's totally legit. Yeah. I'm funding that other person. What's the name? Bracy funded. I can't type right now, apparently. So the one you're gonna get funded too. I'm just a Near whale. Everybody's
make sure you look at the makerspace big booth. There is a black screen on the right. That's an awesome, beautiful video production, an animation by an artist, a crypto artist. It's about the COVID kind of year that we've had. I think you would like that. Check it out. Artist name is Jam.
It's in the maker space, right?
Yes, this is the makerspace where the art and blockchain meet. And we're talking about Near protocol being one really interesting avenue for NFT platforms to sort of work with and kind of go around the high gas fees that we're seeing right now. Artists are having a hard time.
Fentimans funded. All right, and yeah, just a couple of quick recaps because a lot of chat was happening recently. There's a thriving NFT marketplace on Near called Paras.id. People making thousands of bucks selling their NFTs. If you go to wallet.near.org and you send me the funding account ID that people have been pasting, it's 64 characters long, hexadecimal. If you paste that in here, I'll help you get a Near account. And then also, don't forget to hit up, if you're hacking at ETHDenver, don't forget to hit up the Sputnik DAO. So the Sputnik DAO, once you get a Near account, you can sign into the Sputnik DAO, make proposals for stuff, like just goofy stuff like, hey, send me some Near, I want to buy some pizza or whatever. And we will fund you. The Sputnik DAO Council will fund you. So that's pretty cool. You can get more Near tokens. So Matthew 9 funded. Bernard, I'm going to fund you next.
Woohoo!
So yeah, don't forget to check out Paras.id and Sputnik.fund after you get your Near account, and especially Sputnik.fund. I mean, you can make a proposal, get more Near tokens, like have some fun with it. So yeah, have a blast. And also check out, if you want to learn more about like onboarding users without them having to have Near, you should check out my video from yesterday. It's pretty cool. I have a full-blown NFT example that is ready for everyone to basically copy. So you can just clone, there's the video, and then I'll get you the example repo. So I made this repo for hackers to basically, it's called like prog onboarding, but it just means progressive onboarding. I made this repo for y'all to just clone it, hack it, and basically submit it. There's a 1K prize for the best Near hack, and there's a bunch of you can add decentralized storage to that, like using ceramic and textile, and you can get I think 500 $500 for each decentralized protocol that you add to it. So if you want to add decentralized storage to that repo that I just said, you just clone it, add ceramic or textile, and you can win $500. And if you win the best near prize, you get another $1,000. So that's pretty good bounties. All right. Well, I'm done shilling now, everybody, and people are jumping on me. Somebody from Fluence is jumping on me. I'm done shilling. What's everybody want to talk about? Do we want to talk about thirst traps on Rarible? I'm just kidding. We already talked about that.
I won.
I'm willing to talk about anything you want to talk about because I am looking to build a marketplace of my own. I need.
Who's that? I couldn't see your name when you were talking.
Bracy.
Bracy's building a marketplace. Nice.
Yeah, I'm actually working with some high-end animators in the, I don't know, like Spider-Man and stuff like that. And looking to do.
How are you building that? On Ethereum?
Yeah, well, I have a bigger project altogether. It's a bigger ecosystem specifically for creatives, but NFTs is a portion of that, and establishing a marketplace, I think, will help amplify the whole experience.
And are you looking for collaborators, hackers, artists?
Yeah, well, I have artists. Like I say, I'm working with Chase Conley. He is the head artist for the new Spider-Man cartoon, as well as X-Men, and she's done it was Cartoon on Cartoon Network, a bunch of other stuff. Worked with Major Lazer and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I literally talked to him yesterday or so, and I've been trying to figure out what's the best way to kind of, showcase this in the best way. And he was like, yo, I'm down, just let me know what I need to do, and I'll send you over to work. I got a Green Goblin collection I'm trying to put out, so that's probably what I'm stuck with.
That's really awesome. Hit up, if you want to clone my repo and build the marketplace on Near, hit me up on Discord in the Near channel on ETHDenver. Just mention me or come join the Near Discord channel. It's Near. Just go to near.chat. That'll be in our Discord. Man, this virtual thing's actually not bad. I mean, it's nothing like the real thing, right, Jessica?
It's actually close enough. I've been able to meet random people out of the blue, and I just go talking to new people. I've made friends.
I've been having a lot of actually really good chats. I've been popping into booths and getting into like some in-depth technical chats with like Carson Farmer from Textile. It's Adam B that does DevRel for Compound. Like, we've been having some really good chats.
Yes, definitely. I think for all the conferences that are going virtual, I think this is seriously the only one that gets close to, to the real experience. This is great. Kudos.
Yeah.
Super kudos.
Very impressed.
Yes, this is an awesome experience. This is actually my second hackathon. My first one was ETH Global, so I'm wrapping up my presentation for that using Aave. But this takes it to a whole nother level. So thanks, guys. Great job.
That's cute, everybody's reactions. So fun. I just wish we could, I wish we could play some, play some music. We need something like where we can have like a DAO inside like this makerspace where we can run up to like the wall and we can vote on what should be playing next.
Yeah, good one.
Like kind of like
while we were chatting, we can all hear it.
Am I old, or do other people know about jukeboxes?
No, you're not that old.
We were playing some tunes then yesterday, right? But it's hard to, because I was playing it on, my computer, but then it's hard because someone talks and then it turns it off. And so if you play it, then everyone just has to dance and not do anything else.
That's why we need that other, like that integration into this platform where it can just play in the background for everybody. Like I hear the goofy little elevator music still, like the do-do-do-do-do-do. We need to hijack that.
Yeah, we hijack that one. If you don't want it, you just press M.
Just annoying.
Did it work? Oh. Maybe I can play one tune. Zan, did you like what we played yesterday?
Yeah, actually, I grabbed that.
Oh, you grabbed the link?
Yeah, and I was playing it while I was working today. It's really chill. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Anybody else making Near accounts, post the funding account ID from that process in the chat, and I will fund you with it's not a huge giveaway. It's like a small amount of Near to get you started. But then you can head over to the Sputnik DAO. You can make proposals for more Near by just saying, hey, I'm hacking on this. Our team needs some pizza. Whatever you guys want to propose to Sputnik DAO, we, the Space Council of Sputnik DAO, have to give away up to 5,000 to Near. So just go over to sputnik.fund after you get a Near account and just pump those proposals.
I think we need a single Near in order to put up a proposal. Is that true? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a Near account, and I can hook you up with one if you paste the account ID here.
Matt, there's a form. There's like a little button on the Sputnik DAO and on the main Near booth that lets you get a Near name. Like there's a form request, and then we send you the Near so you can put it. So you can put
Oh, cool! Yeah, so you can do it from the Sputnik booth too in the Zen zone. But I've been doing it anyways, Danny, because I love people and I love giving away money. So yeah, I think I funded like 10 people in here.
Yeah.
We're just, we're getting her done, Danny, okay? Like, reducing friction.
Make it rain.
Make it rain. Yeah, where's the make it rain reaction here?
I think it's like that one.
I like the one with the little hand. Just imagine a bunch of Near tokens flying off this hand. Make it rain, make it rain. All right, yeah, so there's the official instructions. Head over to, so it's in the Zen zone, just past the DJ. Sputnik booth in the corner. Joran from Polkadot spent all their Near. They're out of Near.
I only got 0.1 to begin with.
Oh, from where?
You sent me 0.1.
I sent you 0.1 Near?
Yeah.
What? Oh, then that must have been a mistake. Weird. That's so weird. I wonder how I sent you 0.1 Near. Anyway, I'll send you some more. Don't worry. Hooking you up.
Thank you.
Fully bracket effect?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Jessica. Are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, yeah. So once you collect all your 27 things, what do you do?
You go back to the main area, and I think you have to either hit go to Opolis if you don't find anyone there. You look for Peter Perez.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've only been able to find 26 of them.
Once you put out 27, it's actually registered in the system. So if you got the first 13 yesterday, still register that you got all 27. So even if it looks like it reset, it's totally fine. But GamerDrive is keeping track of that, and we'll register that you collected all of them, and you'll be dropped an NFT.
Oh, nice.
What, any like outfit that you would get, or there's like some sort of avatar, special avatar? Did I read correctly? I don't know.
Don't know how that part's working though. That's a good question.
I love it.
Muévelo.
esta isla de costas rojas nos despierta el regreso de un viaje, de ojos ámbar y voz extraña, de cresta grande, con fuego alto. Escucha en su cama, el gallito ha llegado. Canto de gallito quiero despegar. Canto de gallito quiero despegar. Mensajero de auspicios y drogas, de región entre verano, suelos y hojas. Hoy somos huéspedes en su morada, en su cauce de esteros y quebradas. El sol ya revela su sombra, la hierba y los hombres aguardan su sentencia de circuitos y artes. Escuchen su canto, el gallito ha llegado.
Is Gary around? Gary is from the Decentralized Dance Party. If you guys want to check out what we're doing, there is a booth here. You can see they're going to be doing the Makerspace final sort of closing party. Check out their video, check out their material. It's super interesting. Maybe Gary, do you want to talk a little bit about that if you're around?
He has a yellow circle. It looks like he's taking a break.
Oh, I see.
Jessica, do you know Justin from New Cipher?
I don't, no.
He is quite the character, but he's also a wild musician. He plays the flute and the loud and a whole bunch of different other instruments. He was wondering if at some point we wanted to have him play music for us.
Oh my God, I would love that. Is he around today?
I haven't seen him yet, but I'll ping him on Telegram and see. He wanted to know when, so I'll ask.
Yeah, I'll bring him on. That would be great. So how long are we going until with the open castle today? Until we still have 1 hour or?
Yeah, we go until 1.
Okay, great.
I get a mic check, y'all. Can you hear me?
And
3. That hadn't been the case earlier, and it was.
Oh no.
It was getting very frustrating when the tech has tech difficulties.
And only you. The machine is against you.
Yeah, against me, right?
Leave me alone.
And that's basically Fluence allows you to run services in WASM, and it allows you to open their APIs and to compose those APIs in a secure manner with a simple script.
So is it its own protocol, like its own L1?
Well, not really. It's a general purpose distributed runtime, and one of the major use cases, in our opinion, is to support off-chain computation and contract processing.
Got it.
It's really it helps you decentralize some of the centralized entry points to the blockchain system.
I love it. Yeah, so you can do more computation over there.
Right, and
with zero knowledge proofs, could you?
Yeah, that's where we sort of say it's early, okay? It's early, but that's where we're gonna go. We want to be able to have provable computations. It's not there yet, but
cool.
but to start, and one of the really cool things is, since it's WASM based, you create your service, you know, like, I don't know, like a get balance or whatever, right? And you deploy it on the network, and you deploy it and forget it. I mean, there is no Amazon, anything in between, right? Obviously, the core nodes run somewhere, but then it's fundamentally like deploying straight into a container, and you're done. The service is out there, and it's reusable and composable.
And also, it is possible to have licenses at Fluent, so you can monetize your open source work by allowing others to use and pay you for it.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah, so at some point, Matt, I'm going to hit on you because I do believe there's some crossover that's exploitable between Near and us.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I said sorry because I thought you said you were going to mute me.
Oh, no. I can do that too if you want. Actually, I don't even know how to do it, but no, I'm not going to mute anybody but myself. Yeah, so fundamentally, we think it's a really cool complement to a lot of layer 1 and layer 2 solutions.
Sweet. Yeah, no, I basically hacked together over the winter break. I hacked together zero knowledge proofs on Near, but because we don't have the curves as part of our core protocol, so the necessary like BN 128 curves and stuff. Basically, right. It uses too much gas. If it's just basically kind of compiling through and running through our normal like WASM runtime and sort of charging per computation. So what we're looking for is we're looking for things like this to offload the computation from our core from our main nodes. So we don't actually want to run like, you know, proofs or proof verification like on our core protocol because it'll slow down our block time because we have one second right. block. Anyway, kind of makes sense, right? So yeah, you should definitely reach out to our team. Join our Discord, near.chat, just near.chat. And jump into our developer channels. We'll get a lot of people help you out. Plus, we just launched a $1 million grants program on Friday. So we will have a lot. We think we have to give away $1 million in like 6 months, and we give away grant money specifically for projects like Fluence that are building part of our ecosystem, like technical bits that other developers can use. So come get some money at I think it's near.ai/grants.
Awesome, will do.
Yeah, I'm gonna scoot around a little bit, but it was really nice meeting you guys, and I hope that you have a lot of fun here at ETHDenver. I kind of like was a little bit of a helper this year, but I was a bigger helper in the previous 2 years. I love ETHDenver. Look at this community. Look at these people like mobbing your booth.
It's awesome.
So good, right?
Right. Okay, cool. We'll follow up. All right.
Screenshot. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and I'm gonna tag you guys. This is so funny. Everybody's just spazzing.
Yeah, tag GamerJob on Twitter, GamerJob Social.
GamerJob getting in their shills. It's all good. Shameless chill time.
Shameless. It's the chill zone, right?
A lot of shield zones. Yeah.
So anybody around here need any help with the hackathon or any updates on it or anything else? We're here to help.
Maybe you can tell about bounties? Can you
Go
hear
ahead,
me?
Anna. Go ahead.
Yeah? Could you tell us about bounties once again?
All right, so
And maybe how people can get the masks?
Yeah, so do you see one of the links, the green circle on top of the table? There is one called swag. So you go there and you just fill out the form and then we will send you the mask.
Awesome. Anna, what's your favorite bounty out of the ones you guys are offering this year? What are you most excited about?
Well, I think the Web3 tools, the ecosystem can monetize your stuff that you built. So that sounds awesome to me. What about you?
human node, speak the arm raiser.
Hi.
You were just exercising, or did you like actually like raise your hand?
That's the kind of dancing.
Ah, that's the kind of dancing. All right.
I'm not putting it on top. I'm just doing a wave thing. Look.
All right. Very cool. Very cool. So any question on the hackathon or anything? Sorry, I must have stepped out of the circle of the sphere of community for a minute here.
Could you maybe elaborate on the bounties we have?
Yeah, so it's $6,000 in total. 2 tracks, an application track and a enabler track. Enabler track is really about tooling. So anything for codecs, whatever, for the major blockchains would be very cool, particularly around the Ethereum system. But that's in these services. It could go as far as building an Oracle. It could be computational service components like smoothing algorithms, all that kind of good stuff. If you want to be super ambitious, and we'll support you really on that, verifiable random function would be awesome. So wide open, as we said earlier, it's all WASI and WASM. So it's you building in the future of WebAssembly backend services. And in the not too distant future, you can license and monetize your services on a blockchain system. So getting in on the ground floor, that's the way to do it, right?
Yeah, and I think the awesome thing about Flints for Web3 is that you can set up daemonized services that will pull data from some external services like Ethereum node or some APIs over it, and put them to a nice centralized view that can calculate the smoothing algorithms the Bernard was talking about, and basically compute a view over that data for other people. Compose whole functionality over them, and all that in Rust of chain. So no blockchain is involved there. So it's basically a traditional backend just in WASM. And it can be composed with a simple script that can manipulate data or computations in a distributed fashion. It's inspired by pipe calculus. Yeah. And I think that's really a very powerful tool to build on. So it's a peer-to-peer network in the first place, and you can view it as a peer-to-peer cloud that you can compose over with a simple script. And you can specify parallel computations there easily, or sequential computation, whatever fits your needs. And you can build chats over it, not just oracles or basically any app is possible to build with Fluence, since it's kind of like a Kubernetes, but more open and from a different point of view. For example, one of the first apps we built with Fluence when still researching into it was we took IPFS nodes and put over a file sharing application over it, where Fluence, where we used Fluence THT network for searching for IPFS nodes. We basically put that functionality from IPFS to Fluence, and it made it a little bit faster, just because the network was a little bit fewer in size. So, and it was pretty easy. You could just send a file over Fluence or over IPFS, but you could choreograph all the computations over Fluence. All the file management, all the peer searching, all the application logic, while using IPFS as a second backend for file sharing and streaming data. And again, about masks, if you want to get some swag masks, you can just click on the green circle in the middle of the table and follow the form that will appear, fill out the data, and you will get a mask.
And if you accidentally click one to the left, you end up on the We're Hiring page, which might be of interest as well.
Yeah, we're looking for distributed engineer, or blockchain engineer, and for compiler people to help us build a higher level language. Type it one. We're prototyping that in Scala right now, so that's pretty interesting. We got to learn a lot of programming languages theory along the way. All the type it line, the calculus and stuff. That's pretty fun. And take a lot of algorithm knowledge to make it really performant. And because it's like a distributed language, it has to have some kind of serendipity baked in. So that's another complex topic to know about and to learn about. Well, microwave, a lot of static noise. Didn't hear you talk.
You just made everybody leave.
Everyone scared away. So if you have any questions about hackathon, about bounties and how to proceed with them, please ask here or in Discord or in GitHub discussions. We're glad to help. And we also have one-on-one sessions. You can book them through Calendly. I believe the link is in the Discord also. And in the GitHub discussions, it must be also there.
That's a shy virtual bunch out here.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious how this licensing system is going to work here. Like, is it just kind of abstracting an additional fee on top of your components that you're building, or?
No, the licensing system is, yeah, it's for the developers, right? And basically, if I mean, sort of the stylized life cycle is developer codes up a component, attaches a license on blockchain to it, and then subsequent developers, which, you know, free, I mean, you can make it free, you can charge whatever you want fundamentally, and subsequent developers then start subscribing to the license and use those components and build their super components or applications. And that way the money flow trickles to the open source community and developers and projects, as opposed to being captured by a few very big tech companies. So that's fundamentally the idea to it. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, definitely. So then the client that is using it just ends up paying a little bit extra for each of the dependencies.
Yeah.
And then everyone sets the rates. That's really interesting.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Very cool.
That's exactly it. And we think that's really going to be interesting, not just for open source developers, but actually for projects per se.
Yeah, for sure. Have you guys heard of Source Cred? I believe that's what it's called, Source Cred, and it allows you to track contributors through Git, and allows you to incentivize them directly as well.
Right.
So
And
like this, but in the protocol. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, what's cool about Fluence is that other developers might come up with new services which work on top of existing ones. And the guy who wrote the first one would be able to get credits for the work. So when other people are using your service, you are getting paid.
Yeah, that's really cool.
No, I mean, think about it sort of as a pyramid, not as a pyramid, right? Fundamentally, all those core services that everybody's using get hardly recognized, and it's really just the fruit of labor.
Right.
And as you start building up into these higher value or higher value capture scenarios, the bottom core protocols really just get massively overlooked, right? I mean, they generally do not partake in the value capture at all. And that's really difficult for those projects to be sustained without then looking for corporate sponsorship. And we think building these dependency graphs associated with a trickle-down money flow really is going to change a little bit the funding and the autonomy of those projects.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, that's something we've been curious about. Is just generally sustainable open source and without necessarily being compromised by corporate motivations, and yeah, that's interesting. So
yeah, and you don't need to make a final product. You can live off, well, make some money off, at least making just libraries and writing code without thinking about all this product stuff. And I think that's gets some number of people involved who are currently have to work for someone or have to think about making products the final product in the supply chain, you know.
Right.
And with Fluence, you could just write the code and get some money out of it, and that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's just based on the value that you're creating. That's interesting. So if, let's say we have a project that one person started, wrote 60% of the code, then 4 more people started contributing to the GitHub repo, and now you have 5 people total. How are you guys thinking about dividing that up as they contribute to
That's a really interesting question, and I think it will take some experimentation to get to a sort of a. I think there will be multiple models. One model is to rethink how you actually, quote unquote, organize a repo, right? Instead of just, one thing, if you really start thinking it from a back-end WASM perspective, services perspective, you could really start breaking apart a project into services. You could still host the code within an umbrella of a project, but you could subscription license different aspects of the code according to contribution, right?
Okay, yeah, that's interesting.
So that's one way. The other one is where you basically subscription license the project as sort of a super service. I don't know if you're how familiar you are with Rust, but it's all of them. If you look at how large repos get componentized in the package managers, whether it's Crate or NPM or whatever,
right?
You already see this drive towards a granularity, which actually is quite useful and suitable towards building subscription licenses around it, right? Now, how then? So if a project was the issuer of all the subscription licenses, then those incoming funds could then be redistributed with Gitcoin or something else to the individual contributors in the project space. So you basically you get contribution spaces which don't fully align right now with existing structures, and we really think changing those structures is going to be super beneficial for open source developers and projects. But we do believe there will be some experimentation, and it may vary from project to project how they want to do it.
Yeah, and I think as long as the project maintainers themselves can come up with what's fair between each other, and even the smaller components, the more modular the better, I guess, in this case. But yeah, as a project grows, as long as the maintainers and the contributors can come up with some fair model between them, I think that's great. Yeah, that's very interesting concept that you guys have. Very cool.
Yeah, and speaking of modularity, it's a very big thing, and we take it very seriously. For example, take a look at our Akumari language. This is basically the way you can combine these modules together in something more fair. And ultimately, you will be able to build a front-end application, for example, from these modules. Yeah, and we're designing a language specifically for this.
Interesting. Okay, and did I hear you guys say something about interfacing with things like IPFS earlier?
Yes. So adapters to other projects are a pretty big deal. IPFS, Curl. There's SQLite, many others.
Right.
And they all can run as their own services. And one of the really cool things actually is the tooling is we're pushing. The tooling isn't